Hello, and welcome to What Would That Mumsy Do? Alright, you guys, so yesterday Mars was as close it could possibly be to the Earth, and we could actually see it, right? Well, what does that mean for us? Well, I don't know about you, but literally since September, well, actually, let's be even realer. Since the beginning of this fucking shitstorm of a pandemic, I feel like we've all been just feeling it and going through shit. But honestly, since September, that's when I feel like the energy shift was even more abundant and it was just so negatively strong. I feel like my emotions have been completely haywire. I've been crying, I've been screaming. I feel like I think I'm pregnant at least like 8 days out of the week. And I'm just, to say the least, all over the place, right? So this year in 2020, ironically, Mars retrograde has been the longest. And what that means is Mars retrograde is a time of normal, like, despair, I feel like. Because I feel like there's so much energy going around that instead of gravitating to more positive emotions, we ride our initial reaction, okay? So what that means is riding your initial reaction instead of actually just sitting, thinking, and seeing how people be affected by that reaction. That's what I feel like Mars retrograde almost eliminates. It eliminates that factor of almost empathy, okay? Because I feel like a lot of people are aggressive during this time. A lot of people are just feeling the Earth's ultimate pain right now. And I feel like everyone is going through, their own type of turmoil during this pandemic, okay? Some people don't have jobs. Some people couldn't get that awesome EDD, didn't get a stimulus check. There are just, businesses that have closed. It's just everyone has been affected in a different way because of this. And so what that has done to our mental states is that it's made everybody even more fucking insane, to say the least, okay? So how do we reclaim ourselves? How do we gain some sort of control, okay? I know we can listen to 800 podcasts. I know that we can read 500 books. But I feel like, how do we hold ourselves accountable? And how do we do things that we can see every day, right? So that's why I believe in brujeria. That's why I believe in spell work. That's why I believe in creating your own light and creating your own magic, because it's like a form of physically seeing control. Because when you have anxiety and you have anxiousness, you feel completely out of control. You feel like you're being dragged by every strand of hair on your body till you can't breathe and your chest is collapsing and you're convinced that you are dying. Like, that's what it feels like. You're just convinced and everything's horrible. So I feel like there are many ways that in my personal life, I have to gain back control, because there's tons of times where I feel completely out of control. I also have an Instagram, okay? On my Instagram, have been putting a lot of spell work, so I won't get into complete detail of what I put on there. But my Instagram is thatmumzie, ThatMumziee, and you can check out the reels, and that is where you'll find spell work for this specific retrograde and preparing us for the Libra new moon, because with a new moon, that comes change. That comes an energy shift. So it's up to you to gain your control to see if it's going to be a positive energy shift or a negative one. So why I do spell work, why I just stand for it, stand by it, okay? I feel like you are declaring, you are demanding, and you are defining your truth. You're defining your purpose, you're defining your heart, and you are realigning your truest intention versus what you've been putting out into the world. Because say you've been doing things and you've just been on autopilot and it's just been a negative series of events and you just kind of are spiraling and you don't know how to pull yourself out of this spiral, right? So that's why I strongly suggest gaining control in some sort of way. For me, like I said, physically seeing control, physically seeing some sort of change, that's what makes me feel less anxious, and that's what makes my magic, I feel like, shine even more, is because I'm utilizing that anxiousness. Because anxiousness Think about it. It takes over your entire body. That is powerful. Something that can control your entire body and stop your nervous system. Stop it. What? That is complete power. So that got me thinking. How do we utilize the moments of anxiousness and turn them into power? Spell work, babies. Spell work. That is my what would that mumsy do 101, okay? When you are feeling all of these abrupt emotions, when you are feeling like crying and screaming, that's power. It's controlling your entire body. Let me say that again. It's taking over you. If something can take over an entire body, an entire human being, then that is power. So when you're starting to feel abrupt and you're starting to feel those emotions, that's when you need to go. You need to go to your altar. You need to go take a minute. You need to breathe. And when you're breathing, you need to focus your thoughts and make sure that they are specific. Okay? Focus those thoughts, because with all of that energy that is within you at that very moment of anxiousness, of that very moment of anger, that very moment is when you are the most fucking powerful, which is the most ironic thing that I can say, because you feel the weakest, right? So when you start to feel to crumble, remember, that is your time. That is your fucking time to shine. And that's your time to pull out your tools, to gain your control, because that's giving you an opportunity to utilize your power. You are so much more powerful than you currently feel. So much more powerful. So like I said, when you are feeling these abrupt emotions, change your perspective. Realign your thoughts and remember that this is taking over you because it is your power. It is not meant to harm you. So utilize it. Make your days belong to you. Take your life back. Gain control. Your life matters. You're valid. Your feelings are valid. So when you're feeling all of these strong emotions, those were meant to be at that very moment. Those were not meant to hurt you, okay? Once we realign our focus and we just completely shift our perception, we literally are elevated. We are so elevated that we are above the initial emotional destructive train of fucking just pow, that we just don't know how to grasp and gain and just really submerge ourselves in just like a light that just from within. Okay, it's like we are what's apparent. Darkness is apparent, right? So I feel like the best analogy that I see every time, and I always tell my sons this, is that when you're feeling heaviness, right? You're feeling so oof. Before you go to sleep at night, I want you to talk about it. I need you to say it to the universe. I needed you to say all of the things that you're just oof, that you just need to just get out of. Once you do that and you cleanse yourself of those things, you completely are prepared for what is to come. So when the sun rises in the morning, that is your reminder. You too can rise from any darkness. So when you go to sleep at night, remind yourself, let me write this shit down. Let me fucking burn it. Let me just cleanse it completely out of me. Because you know what? When that sun rises, that's my time to shine, baby. That's my reminder. And I'm going to continue to shine. I feel like darkness is always apparent, but we need to be our own light. Create our light. Physically, mentally, you just have to completely shift your perception so that you can gain control of your life. I feel like it is a complete mindset, and you know, there are going to be days where you feel like fucking crumbling, but when you feel like crumbling, that's your opportunity. Okay, that's an opportunity to turn a frown upside down within yourself and just completely gain the positive life that you desire, because it's in reach. It's in reach. But sometimes you just got to hold on and hold your breath until it's there. I hope that this resonates with someone today. I hope that this helps someone today. I just feel like there's so much apparent heaviness that we could cut it with a fucking knife. So, you know what? Instead of feeling like cutting that shit with the knife or cutting yourself with a fucking knife, gain control in the little ways that we can. And I'm here because let me tell you, mental breakdowns is consistent. So let's just make the more consistent thing be in our life be how we gain control of it. That should be the most consistent thing, is that how much we dedicate each day, one thing each day, to ourselves, to gaining that power back. We are all such powerful, powerful beings. Make sure you breathe. Physically feel it. Make your chest go up and down. Make whatever sounds you need to so you know that you're alive and you're well and you're still here. This is what With That Mumsy do. Stay golden, babies. Bye.